All right, so you're looking for a new microwave, but it can be a surprisingly tough choice, right? Well, today we're putting two of Amazon's absolute bestsellers head to head, the compact CHEFMAN and the much more robust Toshiba. Let's kick things off by asking the one question that really matters. It really all boils down to this. Do you need a small, space-saving cooking buddy for your kitchen? Or are you looking for a high-powered machine that can handle anything you throw at it? Stick around because by the end of this, you are going to know exactly which one is for you. First up, let's talk about the most obvious difference you'll see right out of the box, their size. And trust me, this is where the battle lines are very, very clearly drawn. Okay, so these numbers really tell the whole story. The CHEFMAN is a true mini microwave. We're talking just zero point 0.7 cubic feet of space, and it's less than 18 inches wide. It's literally built for dorm rooms, tiny apartments, or countertops that are already packed. The Toshiba, on the other hand, is a whole different beast. At 1.2 cubic feet and over 20 inches wide, it's made to handle big dinner plates, mixing bowls, you name it. Now, size is one thing, but what's under the hood? Let's get into performance, because raw power is what really decides how well and how fast your food gets cooked. And wow, this chart really puts the power gap into perspective. The CHEFMAN comes in at 700 watts, pretty standard for a compact microwave, but the Toshiba, it jumps way up into a different weight class at 1,000 watts. So what does that 300-watt difference actually mean when it's time to eat? So here's the bottom line. That 700 watts from the CHEFMAN is perfectly fine for reheating your leftovers or zapping some popcorn, but the higher wattage on the Toshiba, that means your food is going to cook faster and, more importantly, a lot more evenly. If you use your microwave for actual cooking and not just warming things up, that extra power is something you'll notice every single day. All right, it's not all just about brute force. Both of these microwaves have some smarts built in too. They've both got your standard presets, but they have some really different ideas when it comes to their smarter features. The Toshiba's ace in the hole is its smart sensor technology. Okay, what is that? It basically has a sensor that detects the steam coming off your food. From there, it automatically figures out the right power and time, so you don't end up with ribbery chicken. It really does take all the guesswork out of it. Now, the CHEFMAN might not have that fancy humidity sensor, but it fires back with some seriously practical, user-friendly features. I love the memory function. You can save your go-to setting for, say, your morning oatmeal and just hit one button. Plus, it has a dedicated mute button right there on the keypad, which is amazing, and an eco mode to save a little power. And, speaking of that mute button, this highlights a small detail that makes a huge difference. With the CHEFMAN, you just tap one button, boom, silence. On the Toshiba, you have to remember to press and hold the number 8 button for a few seconds. It's a tiny thing, I know, but it's a clear win for convenience on the CHEFMAN side. Of course, you're going to be looking at this thing on your counter every single day, so it has to look good, right? Let's talk about the design and the materials of these two competitors. Aesthetically, the CHEFMAN goes for that sleek, modern all-black look. It's a functional mix of metal and plastic that's designed to just blend in and be easy to clean. The Toshiba, though, it aims for a more premium vibe with its black stainless steel. It actually does a great job of resisting fingerprints and just generally feels like a more high-end appliance. Okay, we have covered size, power, features, and style. So after all of that, the big question remains, which one of these microwaves should actually end up in your kitchen? Let's do a super quick final summary. As you can see right here, the Toshiba pretty much leads in every category: capacity, power, and that advanced sensor tech. The CHEFMAN's big wins are its tiny footprint and those nice convenient touches like the memory function. So yeah, on paper, the Toshiba is the superior machine. But the best machine isn't always about the specs. It's about which one is the best machine for you. It all comes down to your space, your lifestyle, and how you're actually going to use it. Let's make this really simple. You should absolutely choose the CHEFMAN if you're a student, if you live in a studio apartment, or maybe you just need a second microwave for the office break room. If saving space is your number one goal and you just need the basics, its compact size is impossible to beat. On the other hand, you should go with the Toshiba if you're cooking for a family or are a serious home cook. If you've got the counter space to spare and you need a versatile workhorse that cooks food quickly and evenly, this is without a doubt the one for you. So there you have it. It's a classic matchup, the convenient, compact companion versus the powerful, do-it-all workhorse. We really hope this breakdown has made your decision just a little bit easier.